welcome. We were saying before we went live, you're in Gympie, so it's a bit warmer than here. Like, I'm rugged up big time.
Yeah, no, it's actually quite nice. I think to a Gympie person it'd be cold, but from a Melbourneian right now it's quite nice.
Yeah,
I'm
very nice.
If anything, but it's good.
Oh, so are you originally from Melbourne? Is that your home?
I've been in Melbourne my whole life. Yeah.
So
it's good. Nice. I've acclimatized to the cold. Now nothing's too cold for me, which is really nice.
No. I'm yesterday -2. Well, actually, it was -3. It was ridiculously cold here yesterday. Today it's been wet, so not too bad. But I got in my car yesterday and I didn't want to drive. I was like, I don't think I can move. I think I'm frozen right now.
You get the ice on the windscreen and the windows.
Yeah. It was thick, and I defrosted. I went out with some water and defrosted it and started the car. And I literally went back in, sat the bucket down in the garage, came back to the car and had refrozen.
That's the thing. You put the water on and that water freezes as well.
Unbelievable. I was like, this is not good. We don't get loads of days like that, but we have had a few. Like, it's been quite a cold winter. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm heading up your way. I'm heading up to Queensland on the weekend. So I'm hoping it's a little bit warmer when we get there as well.
Yeah, I think it should be nice. I think it's going to be a sunny rest of the week. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Usually I bring the weather with me, but I'll try not to this time.
Not this time. Yeah. That can the cold and wet. I've got everyone. I hope everyone is safe with all the storms and that going through New South Wales and things, because it's pretty rough. I know a lot of the planes and things have been delayed.
Mm-hmm.
Kim and Cameron both said to say hello. They're driving and listening at the same time.
Hello.
So we haven't had you on the show before, and I know that you're at a gig, but can you give us a really quick rundown of your music, like how you got into music, why you love music? Tell us a little bit about your history.
Of course. Well, I've been singing ever since I was little, which is such a cliche thing to say, but my sister did singing lessons and I copied her, of course. And then I really fell into the Taylor Swift trap, which I'm still in wholeheartedly, completely in it. And then I think there was the music video of her song Mean, and she was playing the banjo. And I kind of delved into the banjo a little bit, wanted to do it because Taylor was doing it. Then I found out about Casey Chambers and Australian country music. And I kind of went on a deep dive, and I think I'm still in it, to be honest. But it's just kind of come from there. I've always loved performing, always loved being on a stage, and I've always loved songwriting. So it's just kind of been a natural occurrence for me. I don't think I could picture myself doing anything else.
So your songwriting, was it like you just naturally developed it? You was just something?
Yeah, well, I don't never remembered or realized when I started doing it. But I've always loved like storytelling and creative writing in primary school. But I wrote a song for my year 6 graduation to like have in the slideshow of all the photos. It's on YouTube if you really need to find it, but try not to. It's not very good. But when I did that, my prep teacher was there and she told me that I used to bring her songs that I'd written in prep, and I could like barely spell. So I think it's always been ingrained in me in bits and pieces.
Somewhere there that it's just it's just got to come out, which is so special. You know that you're in the right spot.
Yeah, for sure.
There's loads of people commenting. Jonathan said it's so hot in the UK right now. We're rugged up and he's over there, beautiful, boiling hot. Stuart's jumped in and he said to say hi, Kaz. Said, go, Sarah. We read your comment, Kaz, before we went live. Your first one. So we had a bit of a laugh. So tell us a little bit. You released your single, I think it was the 21st of June?
The 13th week before.
Tell us a little bit about Front Row.
So I wrote Front Row. I actually co-wrote with a good friend of mine, Heath Milner, in January this year. We were in Tamworth with this kind of academy. And I had this brief. I was like, I really want to get to the end of this week and have a song that kind of embodies everything I've always wanted to be as an artist, which is like empowered, bold. I wanted like a female hype song because they're the ones that I really love to listen to, and they kind of get me in the mood. They get me feeling good. And I think we killed the brief. I took it to Rod McCormack in March, and he took it to a complete new level. He's obviously such a professional and so good at what he does. And it's been really, really fun since. We've had some really good airplay and everyone's seeming to dig it. So fingers crossed, it just keeps going that way.
It's a great song. And you did a film clip with Blacklist Productions?
I did. With Jay Sini at Blacklist Productions. It was so much fun. We flew Jay down from Sydney. And I had a bunch of my family and friends there, and people that I've never met before come to help out. And yeah, we was just like doing a full band gig, and I had my real band that were in it. So it was heaps of fun, and then we ended the night with some pizza and a couple wines, which was exactly how I liked to end the night. So it was perfect.
Those boots in the film clip, I love them.
Thank you. I've worn them too much now. They've got scuff marks. I need to get an extra pair. I like looking really pretty, and then because I love them, I just want to wear them everywhere. But they are beautiful.
Comfy?
They're so comfy. Didn't even have to break them in. They were perfect from the get-go.
Oh, I've got a pair like that, and I'm never gonna. You'll never find another pair like it. Like they're just this 1 in a million chance of getting good.
I need to get them while they're probably still online. Like I need to do it. So I've got backups.
Yeah, backup boots. Kaz said that she's always in the front row for your show.
Thank you.
Well played there, Kaz. I cannot wait. Have you done a review for this one, Kaz? I bet she has. I love Kaz's reviews.
I'm not sure if she has. She usually is pretty on to it with me, though, so fingers crossed.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Mark. Thank you for jumping in. I haven't seen so many of you guys in so long. It feels like forever. You're in Gympie at the moment. You're on the road with doing the front row tour.
Yes.
Whereabouts are you? How long have you been on the road for? You've been on for a bit now.
Not too long. I had my hometown show in Melbourne on Friday, and then Saturday morning hit the road straight away. We headed up to Gympie. I'm doing a songwriting retreat up here, which has been heaps of fun. I've written some new ones, which is very, very exciting. And then we're driving down to Brisbane tomorrow. I keep forgetting it's Wednesday today. We've got a show in Brisbane tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and then Gold Coast Sunday. So we've got 4 shows this weekend, which is very exciting. Hopefully the voice holds up. It's already a little rusty, but I'll steam and have the honey and stuff. It's fine. And then next week on Thursday, I'm on the Central Coast, which will be really fun at Savoy Bar and Kitchen. Oh, Savoy Bar and Music, I think it is. And then on Saturday, we're rounding it off. We're doing a co-headline show with Farmer Jared at Joel, which will be so much fun. I can't wait.
That is going to be lots of fun. I've been hearing about that show for quite a while, actually. So I'm excited. I was going to come. I was going to try and come up for that trip, but I think that's a huge weekend, and I think it will probably kill me if I make that weekend.
Okay. I'll make sure you take some footage, and you'll feel like you're there.
That would be perfect. That would be perfect. Actually, it's a cool little venue, so I was actually looking forward.
I've never been, but I've heard about it for so long, so I'm really excited to get there.
Well, I knew I'd heard lots about it, but then on the weekend it was sort of explained to me just how small that stage is.
Yeah. So I'm flying the full band up from Melbourne as well, so it's going to be very intriguing.
There'll be no dancing. It'll be just really straight standing, really
close and comfortable.
Side on with the guitar, all of it. So, Marcus said, "Are you coming to Tassie?"
I'm not planned to as of yet, but hopefully sometime soon. I'd love to do Tassie. I'd love to do Adelaide in South Australia, and I'd really love to go over to Perth as well. There's so many places on my bucket list, but I do promise they are coming.
Each tour, add a couple of extras in.
I will. I definitely will.
So front row, it's doing really well for you. You have had a fair bit of feedback. How's it going live? Have you had a chance? Did you play it live before you released it? Or?
Yeah, I tested it here and there. I was playing it in Tamworth when it was really new, just acoustically. And then I played it full band for the first time, I think a couple of weeks ago. But it was before I'd announced it. So it was, we kind of just snuck it in there. And then last Friday was kind of the proper time playing it once it was released. That was at the Toff in Town, which was so much fun. And heaps of people were singing along and singing the words, which felt really, really good.
I love that. There's nothing better than hearing your song being sung back to you.
I know. Sometimes I look at people and they're not people that are familiar to me and they're mouthing the words. And I'm like, you know,
that's so cool. That is such a special moment. Mark said the Longley International Hotel. Actually, the Longley, that is a pretty cool venue.
Okay, Longley International Hotel.
Definitely. Okay. Got quite a few that you you will have to talk when you're ready to come down here.
For sure.
So as we're saying about the film clip and the recording of it all with Blacklist, did you have that all planned, or did it just sort of just come together like that? Because you said you had strangers come. Did you invite?
I had it all planned. The music video, I put out a thing on my socials a few weeks before, just saying I was looking for some extras. We wanted to have like a big full band gig, but obviously not a real gig. So that was just a social media call out, and a lot of people responded, which was great. But yeah, it was definitely planned. You got to book those things. Jason is a man in demand.
Yeah. I was going to say, all those strangers just turn up, or did you actually have to go?
We did have one stranger just turn up, which was quite funny.
That's so cool.
We were on Brunswick Street, which is just a really popular street in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It was a Tuesday night, so I didn't realize we are going to have people just coming in. But a guy was walking down the street and saw like a band and people dancing, so he came in while we were filming.
Well, that was something that I would do.
Yeah, same. And he saw us filming, and then just let himself in, saw the cameras, realized what was going on, and then got straight into character. And he stayed the whole night. It was great.
That is hilarious. Good on him. I hope he's watched it. I hope he's seen it.
I think so. He ended up following me on social media after it and said good luck with the release. So hopefully he's watched and seen himself.
How special. How much fun. I love it. People that can just do that, jump in and just enjoy it. And I would definitely have done that. I would have gone, oh my God, it calls you, I'm sure. It's like, I'm going past it. It's telling me I have to stop. So 2025, we're 7 months in, scarily enough. But what have you got planned? Like you've got quite a few shows coming up. Have you got more music? What's the plan for sort of the end of the year?
So I've got this tour coming, and then I'm always playing heaps of shows around Melbourne. But I do have a new song coming out in towards the end of the year. I almost just dropped it. But we're kind of in the early planning stages of that now. It's been recorded, but we're gonna get onto that very soon, I guess. So that's coming. I'm not going to tell you when, but that is coming.
Soon. Yeah. Sarah, so this one, Scott has done some little fun facts for us. And he said that you were in the top 3 finalists at the Gympie Muster. He was actually there when you were in the Mother Tone Talent Quest. He was telling me before you came on. And he said it came down to a pretty tough pick by that top 3 that you had.
It did. It really did. But it was great. Just being in the top 3, but then having it be like a tight competition is good. Is really good.
Yeah. I love that. And you know that you've earned it when there's tough competition. Robert, you've got something from Mathina, unless I know you're going away. I don't know if you've already left to head to Melbourne or if you're still in Tassie, but welcome. If he's taken your spot over there in the cold weather, you see.
Yeah, we've swapped.
Swapped over. And so Kaz said that you have to do an album. I agree.
I would love to do an album.
Have you got plans in the near future to start working towards one, or
possibly? It's just a budget thing, but I'd love to. I think just gonna keep writing. And then once I feel like I've got a really sturdy 10 or 12 songs, it's definitely on the cards. Maybe not right now, but I will get there eventually for sure.
Definitely. It's exciting. And you're on the road. Where's the best place for us to keep an eye on that? Because I always say it every year time, but we have so many social media platforms. So what's probably the most up-to-date place to go to for you?
Everything kind of goes through my Facebook and Instagram. They cross over, so either or. And it's just Sarah Catania Music, which is...
That is perfect. Oh, and the QR code, Scott, is amazing. Thank you, Scott.
Yes, thank you.
He's already got that QR code, and I know they work because he's really good at it.
Perfect. That's good.
I actually really like that picture.
Yeah.
Also, so I know you've got to get back to the gig, so I'm so sorry. But you're heading to Tamworth in January?
Yes, I'm always in Tamworth. That's one thing you can count on. I'll be there.
I think did I read somewhere that you'd done 13 or 14 Tamworth? Is that right?
The next one in January, I think it'll be my 14th. So we stumbled upon it in 2012 or 13, I can't remember, and have not missed a single one since. It's my home, my second home.
I love Tamworth too. I every year I'm like, I can't really afford to do it this year. I always talk myself I really don't. But then I can't also afford to not be there because it would kill me watching everyone there.
Yeah, the would be insane.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, have you got a survival tip for Tamworth or a venue that you would say get along to?
I love the Long Yard, but it's because I love a pub gig and I love having a boogie.
Yes.
The Long Yard's always fun, and then you've got the really cool shows out the back, or you've got the more dancey stuff at the front. Yeah. I think the Long Yard's my favorite. Or the Tamworth Hotel. There is never ever a bad gig at the Tamworth Hotel.
No, never.
And great food. They do a good Southern fried chicken burger. as well.
Yes, exactly. Ooh, they are really nice.
Yeah.
And the ice cones are not normally too far from there either,
Yeah.
because you need those. Kaz said it's going to be her 50th Tamworth in 2026.
Oh, you've just bet me a little bit.
Wow, I could not, like, that's incredible. It's such a commitment. It is actually for Kaz. We will have to sit down and do a show one day, and we can actually talk about. I'd love to see through your eyes Tamworth and how it's changed and what you've seen evolve over the years. That's a pretty cool thing that you've been watching. And Mathina is a good pub for gigs. Absolutely. They have some gigs coming up too, if you want to have a look, because they've got some tickets on sale as well. I'm pretty sure it's announced with everybody, but I don't know. I know that Jamie Lindsay and Jane Denham are playing there in this year, so grab your tickets if you can. Jonathan said Sarah will do a gig. Will you do a gig in the UK? Ooh.
I would love to come over and play in the UK one day.
Into that one, I'll help you.
Yeah.
Suitcase.
That would be amazing. Hopefully I've got some friends over in the UK as well, so it's definitely very enticing.
Have you been?
I've been. I went last year for the first time, and I did love it. I wasn't there for long enough though, so I want to go back and do it properly. And I'd love to come and play a show. Just
enough to tease you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, I know you have to get back to the gig. I'm sorry, I'm still talking, and I keep saying I'll let you go. But we would love to have you back for your next release or any of your tours or anything. So please come back, and we can have a good chat. And,
no, thank you so much. I'd love to come back and talk to you guys again.
Hopefully soon. Very soon.
Yeah.
The new music. Guys, we will be back next week. We've got so much coming. I'm heading to Queensland this weekend for a few different shows and things, so keep an eye on the pages. You might see us pop up in a few different spots, but good luck with your tour, Sarah. I will be watching from the sidelines.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having me. It was lovely chatting.
Anytime. See you guys later.
Bye guys.
I was ready for something borrowed and blue, but it was easy to give it up with you when you told me I was asking too much. I'd much prefer you lose me